All right, guys. So Tim, Todd, and I had dinner the other night with our families. We were talking about this. We like your idea of if I set the trade up here, okay? We like your idea of buying it up, and then if it hits, we get to sail it down. It reverses the trade and comes down. Um, but we need to figure out a way, excuse me, to figure this out. Let's see. Let's say I set it right here, just right here. And then what I'm going to have to do is now look at structural support backwards up here. So we set that line. That's the overnight trade. But then we go back here and go, okay, here's an institutional candle. So what we need to do is we need to actually pull this pull this thing down here. Okay, about right here. Maybe even past it. And this will be, see if I can get this right. So we're set. This is the time it is right now. Let's just say, and we're going to go down here to institutional candle because you're going to find some more liquidity down here. That's a bunch of liquidity under those wicks. So we're at 23 pips, right? 23 pips. That's okay because we know it's probably going to go up before it returns. So as it goes, keeps going, right? Let's just say this is the front of it, okay? This, as it comes this way, right? It's moving down. This is moving down and then moving back up. Once you get to the 10 pip area, let's say this is 10 pips up here, right? Or let's see if that's 10 pips. What is that? That's 6 pips. So from here, it went up 6 pips. So it wouldn't have jumped. It stays here at this bottom area. So it's up here. It comes back down here. We're still in the trade right here with this staying right there, right? So now we're still in the trade. We haven't hit our stop loss. Now we sail up. When we hit 10 pips, all of a sudden this bad boy jumps to break even. Boom. And it stays right there. And while that stays there, this sails upwards all the way to, let's just say, to here. Well, guess what? We hit our, and as that does that, this steps up with it, steps up with it, steps up with it. Probably, 10 or 15 pips behind. So it just sails up with it, up, 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 up. When it hits, take profit, boom, it's out. And then, of course, it reverses from there this way, right? So now, here we go. This is the actual trade that we set for the overnight. It takes place, and then, of course, we're here with our stop loss, which is, 10 pips or whatever. Let's say 10 pips. So we're clear here. Now we're sailing it all the way down. And this doesn't necessarily have to have a stop loss, a take profit, because we know that this is ultimately the direction because of sentiment or daily analysis. So, but it's in the middle of the night, so when it does click, that's fine. We'll just make it a 1 to 1.5 or something. So 10 will make this 15 pips. So look, we made money going up, and now we can make money going down. And so I guess the only thing that needs to change now is when I do set, so I have this one set up here for the top when it hits. This one now, when we do set the trades, let's say we're right here when we set it. Well, I need to look at market structure to the bottom, look at liquidity right here. 25 pips. Because now this is also a risk here. Because let's say it goes down here and it hits all this liquidity, right? What if it hits low enough and it knocks us out? At that point. Then the question is could we, when it comes back to this point where we set it, to head to this one, could we get in another long trade? Because if that was the case, it would have hit here, and as it comes back about right here, boop, it activates. We're back here, and we ride it all the way up. And when it hits this, it knocks this trade out. This trade's gone. And now we're going short all the way down. So these are some ideas that we kind of came up with using Tim's original idea of, buy it up if we know it's going to come down. But you will get wicks like this that'll knock you out. You just will. Because oftentimes we'll wake up at 7 in the morning, which is about, this is 9. But, and it's going to be wicking down, and, you're not going to be making, you would have been able to get out here, but now it's back up here, So you almost missed, a third of the move. Anyway, just something to think about. I feel like that, along with sentiment, dealing with the weekly. The sentiment is based on the weekly, I think. Pretty sure. And we're discovering that. And I think the funny thing is we all discovered it on the same day in different ways. And that's pretty awesome. The other thing is if you'll notice this blue, that is a Bollinger Band. That is a Bollinger Band. And if the Bollinger Band is kind of like middle price, you can see how it goes up and then comes back. But institutional candle right there, look at that. Here's an institutional candle. Here's an institutional candle. Isn't that interesting? Another institutional candle. Look how close the institutional candles are to this middle line. That's pretty interesting. So just things we need to start examining more. It's exciting. This is an add-on to the ideas that we're we're just adding to it, trying to make it better. And so you guys are awesome. Hopefully this maybe it helps. So